Hi everyone. It is currently 12:36 and today is 2nd September Saturday. And this is my to-do list for today. I'm going to do the full revision of the chapter Human Eye and the Colorful World with 7 numericals. Then we'll start off with samas. There are 6 types of samas, so I'll do the whole 6 types. Then we'll do 15 exercises of reported speech, and then I'll make a speech for my English speaking skills test. So basically we'll have to prepare a speech of like 4 to 5 minutes, and we'll have to present that in front of the whole class. This is for our internal assessment, which is 20 marks. So okay, I think I have written Huma Eye. It is not Huma Eye, it is Human Eye. Sorry. Okay, so let's put a timer of 1 hour. So this timer will end in 1:37. So yeah, let's start off with samas. So here I was practicing the chapter Samas, which is there in our half-yearly examinations, and it has been started in our class as well. Like only the Tatpura Samas part has been completed, not the whole chapter. So I am starting off this chapter from today, and even though a lot of people can score good in their Hindi and English examination just by studying 2 weeks before, but if you see, most of the mistakes are from the grammar section only. So that is why it is very important to practice the grammatical part. Some parts I was getting a few doubts, and in those parts only I went to YouTube and I watched the lecture of Magnet Brains. Like those lectures are very good, they clear all your doubts. And I was writing a few techniques and tips which were given in the video in my note copy. I was not making notes for every single type of samas. So it is currently 1:37 and I'm done with my first study session. Now after taking a break, I'll start off with the revision of Human Eye. So let's put a timer of 15 minutes. This will end in 1:53. Now let's clean the table and then we'll come back after 15 minutes. It is currently 1:54 and I'll start off with my second study session. And right now I am going to practice the chapter Human Eye and the Colorful World, and this timer will 55. So let's start. So even though Human Eye and the Colorful World is a very very simple chapter, but still I gave it as much time as possible because I just want every single chapter to be on my fingertips, because otherwise it will get very hard. And here my mother brought some black tea for me because I had a little bit of a throat ache. Like that's so sweet. Okay. Coming back to the video, like so that is why I was giving it a lot of time, because I just wanted it to be on my fingertips, because otherwise it gets very hard to attempt the objective questions, and it is also not a very good thing to just mug up every single thing, right? So that is why I was watching a few lectures, I was practicing the diagrams, I was watching lectures even for the diagrams, because I just wanted to learn the chapter perfectly. So it is currently 2:59, and since I have done 2 study sessions of 1 hour each, I am now going to take a break of uh, 40 minutes. Okay, and then after coming back, so basically this will end in 3:39. So after coming back, I'll start off with Human Eye only. I'll complete the chapter reading from Ischant NCRT, and after that I'll start off with the numericals. So yeah, I'll be back at 3:39. Currently 3:44 and I'm back. So now let's put on a timer of 1 hour. And let's start studying. So this timer will end in 4:44. So yeah, let's start. I have turned on the lights because I think I can't see anything without the lights. So yeah, let's start now. So I was basically watching the introduction videos, and then I was writing down any extra point. If there were any extra point, I was just writing it down in the book itself. And then I was also, reading from the book while watching the lecture, even though I did a whole chapter reading after the lecture also. And my main goal is not to mug up anything, like nothing, because in 11th grade my plan is to take up PCM. So that is why I want to understand the concept very clearly, because in the examinations also, if the question comes in a objective manner, you can still do it if your concepts are clear. So that is why my main focus is to clear all my concepts and practice as many questions as possible, so that I have the chapter on my fingertips and I can easily perform in the examinations. It's currently 4:56 and it took me a little more than an hour. So right now I'm done with my chapter revision, and after 16 minutes I'll start off with practicing 7 numericals, and then we'll move to the reported speech of 15 questions. So this will end in 5:30. So yeah, I'll be back at 5:30. So it is currently 5:14 and the timer is over. So right now I'm not going to put on any timer. I'll just start off with the 7 numericals of physics, and once I'm done with the numericals, I'll move to the reported speech 15 questions. So that is why I'm not putting on a timer, as I don't have to complete a particular topic or anything. Once I'm done with it, I'll just move to the reported speech, and I'll also have to go downstairs after 30 minutes or so. So that is why I'm not putting a timer. Okay, question. So yeah, let's start. So I started practicing questions from the Eschand book or the Lakshmi Singh book. Both are correct, I believe, because a lot of people call it Eschand and the others call it Lakshmi Singh. So basically, I was practicing from this book, and after that, I decided maybe I should do some PYQs, because PYQs are very important, because it is something that every teacher suggests you to do. So that is why I looked up on the internet and I started doing some numericals from the internet. Okay, so it is currently 5:47 and most of my time was spent in finding PYQs only. So yeah, I'm done with practicing 7 questions as well as revising the chapter of human eye. Okay, and I'm done with okay, I'm left with 2 more tasks, and I'll go downstairs for a while and I'll come back and complete these 2 tasks. Currently 6:55 and I'm back. Now let's start off with practicing some English exercises of the chapter reported speech grammar, and then we'll move to writing my English speech for Monday. So here I was doing the English exercises, and like only the dialogue type questions are going to be there from the reported speech part in the examinations, and these were not available in the Ren and Martin book. So that is why I was practicing questions from the internet. So I first looked up to a website, but then I decided that maybe I should watch a lecture or something. Like maybe I should practice questions from the lecture so that I can get the PYQs. But after that, I decided that maybe I should just go to the website only, because there were a lot of questions there on the website. So here I was practicing a few questions from the website. And in the reported speech section, the most common mistake that I have been doing is that there are times when you don't have to convert the whole thing in past. Like sometimes you have to use present tense also. So in that point, I was getting a few mistakes. Like I was putting past, like I was converting the whole into past perfect. Sorry, in past perfect or simple past. But there are times when you have to use the simple present also. So that is why to correct that mistake, the only way to correct that mistake was to practice, keep on practicing. So that is why I was practicing a lot of questions. And after being done with practicing questions, I started doing the speech. So for the speech, I did not really write a whole speech of 2 3 pages. I just wrote a few important points and the introduction, because obviously in the class we are not allowed to grab a page in our hands. We'll have to do it without looking at anywhere. So that is why I only wrote the important points, so that I can practice it by making a speech by myself, so that it gets easier for me when I'm speaking in front of the class. It's currently 9:38 and I'm done with my speech writing as well as the reported speech exercise. Now I have practiced the speech, I think like twice or thrice maybe. So I'll have to practice it a few more times. After that, I'll have my dinner and then I'll go to sleep. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.